Yo, 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 hey family, this is your girl Buttercup. I'm in the studio with my main man, and we love to keep it straightforward with Strip. Don't miss it.
This is Marvin Sutton, council member for District 3, and right now you're keeping it straightforward with Strip.
Hey man, it's your brother other brother show, baby. You know, they also call me Devontae D. Peter, but look, hey, I'm keeping it straightforward with Strip. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. What up, What does it do? Who is your crew, red or blue? Or do you wear red, black, and green like my brothers do? Banners on the scene, hot in the mud. Self-defense training, breaking down weapon systems, got a brother feeling bulletproof. Right. But I do not want problems, rather solve them. Calculations, algorithms, absolute.
Hey everybody, this is Chrissy of New Texas Orleans, chilling on Straightforward with Strip.
Hey, gooey guapping with your boy OG Poppy, the Tattoo Kingpin on Fishbowl Radio with my boy Young Strip, you know.
Hey, it's Phaedra with Mind, Body, Soul Shift. Keep listening to Straightforward with Strip.
What's up, y'all? You want it real? You want it raw? Well, stay tuned in to Straightforward with Strip. You heard? Straightforward with Strip. Straightforward with Strip. You heard? You heard?
Hey, it's Vic the Artistic. Keep rocking with Straightforward with Strip. Straightforward with Strip.
Hi, this is Mia from Arlington, and I keep it straightforward with Strip.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Shantizi, and I keep it straightforward with Strip.
Microphone checker, swinging sword lecture, closing down the sector, supreme neck protector.
Straightforward. So when a person is straightforward, it says of a person, they're honest and frank. And then the synonyms would be honest, frank, candid, open, truthful, sincere. And I don't know what could be more attractive than somebody who's open and honest with you.
Straightforward with Strip.
Fishbowl Radio Network, FBRN.US. It is Thursday. It is 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we are logged on to Straightforward Strip. Unless you're watching this on YouTube or Roku TV or somewhere else like that on another day and time, I appreciate you for logging on. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, be notified every time I have another awesome interview or just a crazy video that I want to upload, whenever I think I'm feeling myself or whatever. But without further ado, I want you to help me welcome my guests for today. What's going on? Elevated Understanding Group.
Hey.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Did I say that right? Elevated Understanding Group?
Yes, sir. We are the Elevated Understanding Group.
Okay, I dig it, man. Well, let's start from one side and go to the other. Introduce yourself. We get names.
So my name is Blake Dixon. I'm CEO and founder of the Elevated Understanding Group. You can follow me on Instagram at elevated_king_mf_tut. You can follow the group at elevatedug_LLC.
Okay, all right. Underscores. I feel it, man.
We got to, we know spaces.
We got to separate ourselves.
So I'm Big Nick. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for EUG Elevated Understanding Group. You can follow me at BigNick817 on my bad. That's my email. BigNick817 on Instagram. Nick Smith on Facebook. Definitely make sure y'all follow. Tune in because that's where I'm gonna have all the exclusive media releases and stuff at. Y'all come follow us.
All right, my name is Andrew Dixon. I am the Chief Operating Officer for Elevated Understanding Group. You guys can follow me on Instagram. It's Sir Dixon with 2 R's, SIRR Dixon _45100.
Nice. And I got to ask, just keeping it straightforward, 2 of y'all have the same last name, so if nobody's figured it out, y'all are brothers. And running this company, Elevated Understanding Group, and we'll get to what it is exactly. How did we differentiate who's the chief operating, who's the chief executive, all that? Or are y'all just cool like that? Y'all got an overstanding, like, you gonna run this part, I'm gonna run this part. How did y'all work that out?
So I started this company in 2017. I kind of started it solo. I knew that I wanted to start branding, start a clothing line. So I moved forward with that starting at the end of 2017. Now, I brought my brother and Nick in once we started making progress. I brought them in. Of course, Nick is my chief marketing officer and my brother as the chief operating officer. So I could be more on the creative side myself. So as the founder, as the CEO, as the creative director, I make all the designs, everything myself. So adding them, giving them the titles and the abilities that I gave them gave me more of an ability to stay creative and not have to worry about every aspect of everything that's going on by myself.
Yeah.
So adding them has been a major asset, along with other members of the team. Adding them has been a major asset to my creative potential and the creative side of crafting this brand.
That's what's up, man. And with a name like Elevated Understanding Group, you know, I see the logo, I see the brand, and you said you wanted it to be a clothing line, but is there some sort of message behind it? How did you come up with the name, and what is the concept or like the mission statement?
Message?
So I'm going to let my chief operating officer answer that.
All right, so the message for Elevated Understanding Group is that we support entrepreneurs. We learned at a very early age that just going to work from 9 to 5, that's great. There are great benefits. That company can take care of you if you want them to take care of you. But our dream has always been to be the company that can take care of people. We want to be able to support and teach people how to grow their business while we learn how to do it at the same time. And this is the best blessing that we get to do it as a family, because with Elevated Understanding Group or without Elevated Understanding Group, all of us are going to keep doing this together the way we've been doing it since we was 5, 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? So this is a family, and we work with family and we work with friends just to make sure that all of us can win. That is the goal, is to make sure that our community can continue to grow and prosper.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And Big Nick, what's your take and your perspective from, you know, a personal stance?
For me, I mean, like you said, we're all family. These are my cousins. So, I mean, literally, we all grew up together and stuff like that. And so, I mean, ain't no jealousy. I mean, it's all about supporting each other and making sure we all win, taking care of the kids and stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah, we want to support the entrepreneurs. I've always been big on giving back to the community and giving back to my people and stuff like that. And so that's what we're doing, and Elevate Understanding gives us the opportunity to do that, to achieve those goals and do it under one umbrella.
Okay, that's what's up, man. And to, like, you know, elaborate more on that. So you're not just making a clothing brand to sell merchandise to different people, different audiences. You have a message and some sort of like action plans behind it. So do y'all, you know, collect some of those funds and do community events, or what else goes into the Elevated Understanding brand in that aspect of like influencing the community and people around you?
So we also partner with a foundation that helps work with people in the community to teach children financial literacy and entrepreneurship. I'm a teacher, so I'm with kids all the time, and a lot of times kids' dreams get stifled because they don't understand how, just because they can draw very well, it doesn't typically correlate with the career in the real world. But we want to be able to show people who are creative and who have, like my brother, who have very creative minds and would like to design, you can take care of a family and go the route you want to go. So that's our biggest thing. So we do partner with the foundation, and some of our funds do go towards the foundation to make sure that they are able to help in the community and continue to help people grow.
That's what's up, man. And speaking of, you know, entrepreneurship and financial freedom, so to speak, whenever we talk about economics, money, and finances and everything, us in the black community, we're always on top of that discussion because we suck with our money, basically, compared to other communities.
Yes.
So what do you think contributes to that the most, and why, like in 2020, are we still not spending our money right? You know, they say we're like the 10th richest nation in the world. We're worth like $3 trillion, you know what I'm saying? But we can go down Arlington or this and that and see Little Mexico, Chinatown, you know what I'm saying, the Jewish spot, but we don't have Little Africa nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Or a little black market or something like that, like something black, you know? I even asked the councilman that, like, why can't we black something out, you know, or like name a couple roads, like we got Green Oaks, this and that, and I just want to see Martin Luther King Boulevard and Malcolm X Boulevard in a neighborhood that looks like Mansfield, you know what I'm saying? So how do we get to that point? What's still holding us back, really?
I mean, I'm kind of with your whole perspective, because, you know, with Nipsey Hussle dying, he really inspired us. He inspired a lot of people. He inspired everybody, but I think it comes from just the generations before us. You know, they had, if you look at, you know, the little China and little Asian spots, I mean, they might get a restaurant and then the whole family's working in the restaurant, and then the money they make from the restaurant, they go and buy and invest in other businesses and have their families and stuff running. And so that's where we come in, where we're trying to break that chain in our own family, in our own community, where we have something that we own, and then we can actually bring our kids in and they can open up their own businesses later on. We're teaching them entrepreneurship. I mean, I went to, Bayou Cat. I went to Bayou Cat in Arlington. It's a good little seafood restaurant owned by a couple of Asians that came here from New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
He got sons in there that have been working in that restaurant, running that restaurant since they were kids.
It was some Asian people from New Orleans?
Yeah, Asian people from New Orleans, and they got some...
Hey, yo, I didn't say it, yo. You over here laughing. I didn't say it.
Anybody that's from New Orleans, they know it's a lot of Asian people that's in New Orleans, and they can cook. They do the crawfish, they do the seafood. They got some bad fried chicken. Like I'm telling you, go check out Bayou Cat. But the biggest part of the story was the fact that their kids have been working in this restaurant for so long that now they're prepared to go off and do their own thing. They've learned the restaurant business in and out because they grew up in it, and so it's kind of the same kind of principle that we're trying to take on. We're teaching our kids entrepreneurship as we're learning different things and as we're running this business. And so that way they can go off and do their own thing.
That's real right.
So in my opinion, it's a lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
We don't know the opportunities that are allotted to us and the things that are out there for us to obtain and achieve because nobody's telling us this. And of course, it's nobody's fault, but in these other communities and other families, you have somebody somewhere in that family who owned a business before who's passing this on, or a friend of the family that's passing this knowledge on. Without that knowledge being given to children, to people in their 20s and 30s, that they have the opportunity, not only that you have to work a 9-to-5, that you have to protect your family and that you have to provide for your family, but there are other ways of doing it other than finding somebody else's corporation to do it in.
It's like our elders and people that came before us weren't exposed to the knowledge how other elders in other communities were.
That, and there's a fear built behind it. I strongly believe that there's a fear built in our communities of taxes, of corporating, of owning your own businesses, because it's really like that failure can be there, and there's nothing to fall back on in our communities. Some of the other communities have other options as far as loans and stuff like that a lot of us aren't getting because we don't know what's allotted out there to us to try and obtain.
To piggyback on what my brother said, I completely agree. A lot of the times it is financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of our elders that are older than us, they had to work really hard just to get an opportunity to get the job, let alone own a business, because if they own the business, the other people with money in the community might not support their business, so they go under. So for a lot of them, it's the opportunity to get the job. Now that our elders have had the opportunity to work, we now have the opportunity to try and grow our own businesses from their hard work. We continue just to grow and grow and grow, and that's the purpose of the brand, is to stay elevated, get as high as you can possibly get.
That's real, man. And to bring up that subject again, black businesses and black ownership, there's a stigma around that as well, especially from other people in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Like, black businesses have so many negative opinions and stereotypes about it that how do we fight through that? You know what I'm saying? Because how do y'all feel personally about black businesses? Have y'all had good experiences, bad experiences? What is y'all take on it?
So black businesses are businesses ran by black people. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's not complex. So for the people that we've had business with, some of them have been great business endeavors that we continue to work with them and continue to grow. Sometimes it's not the best move, so we move on. It's no different than any other shade, skin color of a person. They all run their business the way they decide to run their business.
Just because we're black, we get that stigma? Like, as soon as we open up a business, it's like, oh man, stuff gonna be overpriced and poorly made and bad customer service. Like, we always get the same ones.
I think we just don't have the large amount of businesses to have a large sample size. So as it continues to grow, we'll get a larger sample size, and we'll be able to make our decisions and judge these businesses accordingly. But right now, it's a handful of businesses that are dominating, and if they don't do well, then for some reason they affect the whole black community, which that's just not fair.
Heck yeah,
and then
man.
We also talked about earlier with just having that limited business knowledge, that limited experience, that knowledge is everything. Knowledge is power. And so I think for us personally, even though we like to high side laugh and have fun, so we know how people feel about black businesses, but I mean with us it's all about bringing that quality and really being about something, and that's why we're trying to teach people financial literacy through our brand.
That's real, man. I'm glad y'all, explained that, speaking of the topic, because y'all always come bearing gifts, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to show the listener and show the viewer right now, what I just got hooked up with is the fresh Elevated Understanding t-shirt right here. And can you explain this design to me? Because you say you the designer, the creative artist and everything. How'd you come up with this one right here?
So, honestly, the colorway was a February release for Black History Month.
Yeah.
So you see the red, the green, the yellow, the black, the white, and that's really why. Elevated in and of itself, we wanted to make in and of itself a culture. So the idea of the elevated concept and working towards being elevated, it's a culture in and of itself.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other people and businesses that are working in the same direction that we're working, but they're all working individually. You have a lot of you have people in Atlanta, you have people in North Carolina, people in Florida. There's black people everywhere trying to do the same thing that we preach financial literacy, preach getting out there, preach educating our children that taxes, corporations, all these things are not bad things. They're not made to be scary if you know how to work them properly. Mm-hmm. So with that, we put the culture design together based on that concept of binding all of those together.
Yeah. And the red, green, and yellow, those are also roster colors. So I'm digging that for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
I'm definitely going to put this on today and rock this, break it in and everything. Rock the Elevated Understanding Group. And for the listener right now who wants to check out the merchandise and everything you got going on, where can they find y'all and reach y'all?
So you can hit us. You can find all of our merchandising anything on either our Instagram or you can go online to elevatedugroup.com.
That's what's up.
So it's elevatedug_LLC on Instagram or www.elevatedugroup.com.
And I think it's safe to say that y'all aren't feeding into one of those stigmas of black businesses. So no, this shirt isn't $95, right? Because they say everything from a black business is gonna be overpriced or whatever. Fish plates is $80 and ish like that. So yeah, man, check out the shirt, check out the merchandise. You have other designs and concepts going on?
Yes, sir. You can find all of our designs, concepts, lines, because the culture is a complete line. There's more than just, of course, the black shirt or the military green shirt you see that I have on. There's a lot of different options for you to choose from, so you can find something that fits your style.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's up, man. And do y'all have any other big projects or events? Or you said you partnered with some organizations. Do y'all have anything going on? Because the weather is starting to get warm. People are going to want to be outside and start partying and doing all that. What's going on with that?
So first thing we got coming up this Sunday, March 15th at 2 o'clock, we are holding a handgun class to help get people in our community certified through their handgun license.
CHLs.
Mm-hmm. So we're just that's a big part.
Yo, but see, honestly, I think that's awesome and it's cool, and especially for women and the women in our community. But at the same time, it's like a double-edged sword, because it's like, man, I look at situations like Philando Castile, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace. It's like, man, do we really, in this climate, in this society, want to start arming ourselves more? Because we're already seen as a threat. Just our skin is a weapon. Yeah. So to actually put more weapons in our community, what do y'all think about that, man? And how are we going to be received?
My answer is definitely yes.
Yeah. Not even just to, yes, I want to arm us. Yes, we want to give people the ability to protect themselves.
Yeah.
But it's also, this class isn't just about that. This class is giving you the knowledge and the laws that they're using against us.
Yeah. And it's all about responsibility. Anything can be misused and abused and used the wrong way. And so for us, this is a way for us to control the environment and teach everybody how to handle these handguns. And I'm not be instructor. We're going to have a real instructor there, and they're going to be teaching you how to handle the handguns and be responsible with the things that you had. It's for protection. It's not to go out and commit crimes and be aggressive and different things like that. That's not what it's about. And I like what you said, because I got a sister, I got a daughter, I got a mother. And so I'm seeing a lot of these women sign up, and it means a lot to me, because I see some of the things that happen, and how these guys and stuff are abusing them and misusing them, and
the situation that happened, I guess, last year in Deep Ellum with the Dejanique lead chick and the white dude Austin Sheffield, who they were beefing in the parking lot, and he started swinging on her and everything. I'm like, yo, if she had a piece, he wouldn't have been that bold.
Exactly.
Honestly, for real, man.
Exactly. So this is another way for us to give back to the community. We've been getting a really good response from it. It seems like a lot of people are really interested in this, and so this is just us serving a need.
Yeah.
Basically.
And I want to make it clear, it's not like people are coming here and getting guns. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get a gun in the state of Texas from pretty much anywhere. Like, it's
Walmart.
not tough to get a gun. The point of the class is that people come and learn the rules and regulations because knowledge is power.
Get educated.
Get educated. You need to come learn once you have this gun and you are legally able to carry this gun. Now what rules come along with it? Because that's when they can really enforce you because they expect you to know how to handle yourself in a certain situation.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have the license, then they can treat you any kind of way because they don't expect you to know anything.
Yeah.
Like I can only speak for myself, but personally, when I give a police officer my concealed handgun license, they're ready to, like, we're ready to get this over with. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I know he's clean because if he had anything too bad on his record, they're going to come get this handgun license first. They're going to suspend this. They're not going to let you walk around with a weapon. He asked me, is my weapon in the car? I tell him where it is. Then he moves on and he does what he got to do. I do what I got to do and we move on. So I do think it helps empower our community.
Yeah.
And it just gives knowledge, man. That's the power.
So you did have a situation where you were pulled over or something and you had to do that? Like,
I'm pulled over, you know what I'm saying? Like,
just like a regular person.
I get pulled over, So, but when it does happen, that's the first thing I give them is my concealed handgun license. Hands on the steering wheel. We know the routine. You know what I'm saying? You got to be mentally
Windows
prepared.
down.
You got to be prepared.
Yo, I was riding with my homegirl one time and we got pulled over. You know, I swing an Impala, so I'm a big target. I get pulled over weekly. You know what I'm saying?
Every one of us.
Yo, that's real, man. I dig it. But that's another question somebody asked me.
Like that one piece of tent messed up in the back, like it's bubbling up.
Yeah, straight up. Hey, man.
That Impala.
It's a design, though. But, man, we got pulled over, you know, and before the cop got to the car, man, I put the car in park, you know what I'm saying? I rolled all my windows down. She was like, why you rolling the windows down? I'm like, bruh, when they walk up on the car, I want them to see everything, you know what I'm saying? No question about nothing because I'm trying to make it home tonight. You know, I shouldn't even be with you tonight, really. For real, I can't get caught with you tonight, so we got to make it home. But so y'all are teaching the class this weekend. What time is it and where can we find it?
It starts at 2:00. It will be in Arlington, Texas. We have a flyer that we're going around. We're trying to cap it at 30 people, and we have that number now.
A couple spots left.
Yeah, a couple spots left. So we will post it on social media, so you can catch it on Instagram and Facebook as well. But man, we're just trying to make sure that people have an opportunity to learn.
Registration through the website.
But if you follow us on social media, that'll prepare you, and you can kind of keep a lookout for upcoming classes and upcoming events also.
Yeah. That's what's up. And so for y'all, you know, Elevated Understanding Group hosting this gun class to educate the people and everything, I'm guessing y'all aren't so pro gun laws and gun reform or whatever. I know that's been a topic, especially with the election going on and all these mass shootings and school shootings. So what do y'all think is the answer to decrease the number of mass shootings and school shootings? Because it's like, man, I'm scared to go to the movies. I'm scared to go to the music festival. I'm scared to let my kid go to school. So what do y'all think?
I think
more guns is the answer.
I think I'm scared to do all that without the guns. We ain't got to get to the guns. I mean, people not going to school for the coronavirus, and I think it goes back to everything we've been talking about. It's about education. Yeah. I saw Joe Biden telling somebody he's gonna take his AR-14 away.
Yeah.
So clearly, this is the man who's gonna be making decisions and stuff about gun laws and stuff like that. And it sounds like he's not as well versed in guns as he should be if he's making those decisions. So, knowledge.
Heck yeah. What you think?
Go ahead, Blake. Well, we grew up in Texas. You know what I'm saying? So,
facts. Big facts.
Guns are here. Guns have been here as long as we've been alive, and they're going to be here way after we gone. So we just want people to learn how to handle the guns, and we have to know who has it. When you get registered and you get your CHL, the police officers know what type of gun you have, that, you know, all these things are registered. Yeah. So people are able to protect themselves if they need to. And also we can keep account of the people who have weapons that should not have weapons. Maybe they, you know, maybe broken laws or had situations where in their history we know this person should not be able to carry an automatic rifle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'll help protect people as well.
That's what's up, man. And since we're talking about education and things causing hysteria and everything, you mentioned coronavirus.
The Roni.
Oh, man.
That Roni.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Like, whenever I first heard about it and everything, I'm like, oh man, like every 2 years they come up with a new virus or a new sickness. It scares the people. You know, gas stations start running out of gas. I can't buy toilet paper right now. Like, man, the coronavirus.
There's no hand sanitizer.
I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm starting to get worried. They canceled the NBA.
Yeah.
Like,
have you stocked up on your soap yet? You went and got you some soap and hand sanitizer?
Yo, I went and got some. It was crazy. I went to a Costco and they were actually limiting the amount of bottles you can get of Lysol. Yeah, they didn't have no toilet paper. Well, they had some toilet paper, but not the toilet paper I like.
Look, it's so bad. I was in South Dallas. I seen a dude selling hand sanitizer out the back of his trunk.
Oh man,
right in front
sanitizer.
of five of sanitizer.
Yo,
right in front of Walmart.
So like now that it's come to this, like I said, I'm starting to think like, man, maybe we should be worried. But what are y'all thinking? Y'all worried? Are y'all panicking yet? What's going on with y'all? What do y'all think about this coronavirus?
Good old Roni.
He keeps saying the Ronies, bro.
I'm not worried yet. Of course, we're seeing more casual outbreaks of it and it coming into our communities more and more. But I think as long as you're protecting yourself, keeping yourself clean, of course, doing the basic things that your mama taught you growing up anyway, you should be straight. Now, of course, there may be other ways to get it that we don't know. Yeah. There may be other factors, including this, that we don't know. But if you're at least doing the basics, that's the first step. That's a step in the right direction.
Straight up. And it's crazy. Like, why does a virus outbreak have to happen for people to want to wash their hands more? I thought this was normal.
Okay,
what's going on here?
So this, all right, this is my thing. This why
like
it's kind of
Lysol, Clorox wipes, all those are being sold out. Like, why haven't y'all been using these anyways?
Why don't y'all just wipe y'all hands?
Yeah.
And then my thing is, 85 million people have died from AIDS and HIV.
Yeah.
Folks still out here having sex raw, dog. Like,
I'm glad you said it, man.
Like,
I even wrote it on the paper.
Coronavirus, folks. They still going raw. AIDS can kill a lot of people.
I'm glad
that's a
you
bigger
said
gamble.
That. Exactly, and that's what my thing is. Like, bruh, the number of people having unprotected sex is still going up. But y'all talking about this coronavirus, man? Like, we got it mixed up.
And I think the
condom's
coronavirus
too expensive, but that's another conversation.
I think the coronavirus is feared because there's not a cure for it.
Oh,
they don't know how to handle
it.
Of course, everything that you just named, they have some form or some way that they feel this is controlled.
Yeah.
Magic's still
Magic's still alive. So
Magic's still living.
I guess it ain't that bad. Nah, man. Hey, protect yourself. For real. If you watching this or listening right now, protect yourself, man. For real. If you're just now logging on, we're in the studio right now. It's Straightforward with Strip with the owners, the founders, the chief operating officers, and executives of Elevated Understanding Group. You know what I'm saying? Right. Shout out to the big homies. We got Blake, Nick, and Andrew coming through here, man. Got a clothing line and a brand and a platform with a message, yo. We're talking about coronavirus right now, man, because we no longer have the NBA season until further notice, man. And I mentioned something earlier, like I hope they get it worked out before August, September. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Cowboys fan and this is our year. You know, this is our year. So I hope they get this worked out. We can't cancel the NFL season.
Bro, like I had tickets for the Mavericks game on Saturday too.
Yeah?
Yeah, but that hurt.
I was about to say I had tickets for the big Nerf event that goes on at AT&T Stadium in a couple weeks.
Sell them.
They done rescheduled that for August. Yeah. As long as they don't shut down NBA 2K. Yeah. As long as 2K going, I mean, it sucked with the league being messed up, but just keep updating the rosters. 2K, we gonna be all right.
Straight up, I heard they were gonna start like streaming 2K games just to take place of the NBA.
Dog, you can't. They can't do that, man. Please don't do that.
Is it gonna be May Madness now?
May.
Right. Is it May Madness?
Madness. It's Corona Madness.
No, so they moving March Madness back to May.
They cancel it, or are they still doing it without fans?
They just gonna do it without fans, but like the NCAA kind of greedy like that. Like how every other major organization has shut their sports down, but NCAA, the student athletes, the schools ain't even open, but we gonna play these basketball games.
Y'all ain't stopping this money, man. But they canceled South by Southwest.
Killer,
you know what I'm saying?
Killer. Just don't cancel Essence Fest.
Yeah.
Look, your boy's trying to get to New Orleans. Like,
let us have one, man. So, Elevated Understanding Group, we're doing the gun class this weekend. What else do we have planned, or what are y'all future projects and ideas that y'all want for the community and the brand?
So, we're planning an open mic event on May 14th right now.
Yeah,
it's gonna be at the Social Lounge in Arlington, off Arkansas. And it's going to be an open mic event. We're going to have vendors there, great performances. We're creating a vibe. And creating an amazing atmosphere for people that want to up their game, just elevate.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it. But this open mic event, it'll be exciting. It'll be something that it'll be our first time doing it, but it's something that we plan on keeping moving forward. So we plan on at least doing an open mic event once a month, right in the middle of every month. That's second Thursday of every month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shout out to the Society Lounge off Arkansas and 360 in Arlington. That's a black-owned business. Please support it. It's a hookah lounge, a great place, great environment, great fun. That's where we'll be holding the open mic night, May 14th.
That's what's up. And why is it specifically like an open mic instead of like a block party or any other type of event? What's with the open mic?
We wanted artists to feel like they had a safe and comfortable place to show off their talent and their craft.
Yeah.
Whether you're doing spoken word, or you're singing, or you're rapping, or you telling jokes, or whatever it may be, you come out, you hang out with us, and the mic is open for you to. Of course, we have a sign-up list and stuff like that. We're keeping it as organized as possible, but we want you to come out, hang out with us, see the other talent around you in the area, see if you can collab with other people.
Yeah.
So that's why we decided to do an open mic event, to where if you did show up late or just heard about it late, you can still come. You may be able to get on stage and do your thing.
Heck yeah. That's
what's up, man. I think it just more falls in line with some of the things and interests that we already have. Like me personally, I'll be hosting the open mic event. I do my stand-up comedy.
I was gonna say, you are a comedian,
Yeah,
right?
I do my comedy. So I'm gonna give them a quick 15 and stuff like that. And I ain't gonna necessarily boo everybody off the stage, but it's gonna be a vibe. And being a comedian, going to the open mic nights and stuff around, I've seen how they like to do stuff, but this is going to be for us. This is going to be for our community. Everybody's welcome to come out, and especially being the fact that I know so many musicians and, people that just need a platform, allow Elevated Understanding Group to give you that platform, and that's what we're here to do.
Heck yeah, that's what's up, man. And so y'all have the brand Elevated Understanding Group, and you said you're a comedian.
Correct.
So what do y'all do outside of the brand? I think you mentioned you're a teacher.
Yes.
And Blake Dixon, do you do anything outside of Elevated Understanding Group?
So I work for a Medicare Advantage company. So I assist elderly people in getting medical benefits that they may need.
Yeah, okay.
So we give them additional benefits on top of what they get with your traditional Medicare.
Yeah, man. And speaking of Medicare, with the election and stuff going on, what do you think about the health industry and this whole Medicare situation and free Medicare, tax the rich, do this to the poor, and everything like that? What's your take on healthcare in America?
That idea, it's radical.
Free healthcare?
Free healthcare is a radical idea. The U.S. makes way too much money off healthcare alone. Mm-hmm. This is a money game. It's that simple. If we start giving away healthcare, and mind you, Medicare Advantage plans in the state of Texas are free.
Word.
Yeah. So if you have Medicare, you can get dental, vision, and hearing benefits for free. So the government, the U.S. literally makes money. Texas makes money off the idea alone of everybody under 65 paying for healthcare benefits.
Oh, okay, so it's not really like.
And mind you, the only way that happens is that they have, and you still have to pay $144.60 every month in 2020 to have Medicare Part B. So they're still paying for it. It's just coming directly out of their Social Security check taken out by the government before they even see it.
Oh, okay, man. So like the healthcare and the medical field crisis isn't really like as bad as people are pandering it up to be. Basically, what you're saying, like you can get good coverage, you can get your medicine and everything like that.
There's assistance for people that are unable to. Of course, just like in every other situation, the middle class has it.
Yeah.
The reference, because of course, if you're in the bottom class, there's government assistance and stuff that you can get to help out to supplement the necessary things that you have to pay for. If you're in the higher class, of course, you got it. You ain't worried about it. You got it.
That's why I guess, some people consider me like a socialist or a radical or whatever, because I do feel like, like how Tupac said, like we need to tax the rich more to help the middle class. I notice every time it's like a crisis or a tragedy or like when Hurricane Harvey happened, you know what I'm saying? And when that happened, it was all the destruction. They needed money, but they were asking poor and middle class people to donate instead of getting it from more richer people. And there was people like J.J. Watt, and I think Beyonce gave some money and everything, but it's like, bro, like one of those billionaires can help a lot more problems than we can help, So
raising taxes won't help that.
Nah.
The reason raising taxes won't help that is because, and this is why we teach about corporations, LLCs, and things like that. The original reason taxes were created, tariffs were created, was to tax rich people at a higher rate. That's why it was originally agreed upon. What they did, what higher earning income people did, was they started incorporating their money. And incorporation is a pass through for their funds. So at the end of the year, instead of being taxed up front, they're taxed at the at the end of it. Now, if your bank account shows zero at your corporation, what you taxing? Exactly, you're taxing $0. So
message.
So trying to raise taxes to have government funding for relief projects and stuff like that, all it's going to end up doing is hurting the middle class even more than it already does.
Okay, man. And you heard it here first right here on Straightforward with Strip. They teach financial literacy, economics, and trying to better ourselves, get us out of this financial slump, man. And it definitely sounds like they know what they're talking about. So check it out. We're on Straightforward with Strip right now. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, like the video, share your comments, share the video, do all that fancy stuff, because I love you and I can dig that. You know what I'm saying? We're in the studio right now with Elevated Understanding Group, man. And to go back to the financial thing and the taxing and all that, are y'all voting this year? Do y'all vote for the president and everything like that?
My candidate, he didn't quite make it to the end, but
who was it? People are scared to talk about who they vote for, man. Like,
hey, low key, I was going for Yang. I know that's radical, but to me, he was the only dude who sounded like he know what he was talking about. I mean, the $1,000 a month thing didn't hurt, but I mean, he's smart. I wanted somebody who knows how to run the business, who knows how to run a business to run the business of the government, because essentially that's what it is. And he did have radical ideas about different things, but he had progressive ideas, and he worked in the corporate world, and he's worked in Silicon Valley, so he kind of knew what was going on. Like, he was letting people know, like, Amazon ain't paid taxes in 20 years, and it's one of the biggest companies in the world, and they don't pay any taxes. Like,
that's why I was saying, like, man, like, we need to do something. Like, I don't want to necessarily say just take Jeff Bezos' money, but I saw in like 2018 he made like $14 billion in profit alone. So I'm like, bruh, that $14 billion can go to a lot of other things that can help other people, you know what I'm saying? And it can help lower crime, increase education. They say a lot of the issues stem from poverty, and that's that saying that we've heard for years: the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. So it's like, what can we do to stop that? You know what I'm saying? What can we do to make that not happen anymore? The rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. What do you think?
My answer: knowledge is power, man. As we started on this endeavor,
elevate yourself.
The first thing that we kind of came together and knew we needed to do is we need to find books.
Yep.
We need to find books that know more than we know. Yeah. So we started to read different books, and we started to exchange them and, pass them around to each other to make sure we all had this same knowledge. Because as people start to read more, the answer will come. I tell my students something that they used to tell us all the time when we were younger. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hide information from a Negro, where do you put it?
In a book.
In a book.
Yeah.
And they've been saying that forever. And then I hear kids say, I don't want to read. I hate reading. We continuing on with this stigma. So for us, the biggest thing is finding knowledge, finding books that you can read and learn more about this information to help yourself grow. If not, you'll continue to stay in the same place.
And I noticed that, the powers that be, they're pretty smart, man, because it's like the more information that you want to find, it's in books, but they come out with all these new technologies and gadgets to make you not want to pick up a book. You know what I'm saying? Kids be like, man, reading a book is boring.
Shout
like,
out
I got
to 2K.
this tablet.
I play 2K all the time.
Yeah.
Still got to read, kids. Still got to read.
Man, straight up, man.
I feel like I learned a lot of stuff, how to do it off of YouTube, so I understand. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, that YouTube University, man.
What you mean?
That's a good point.
That's true, but there's some things that they're really hiding in books.
Yeah.
There's some things that they're not gonna let you see on YouTube. They're not gonna put it out there publicly because they don't want you to know. It's your job to go find it.
Yeah.
It's your job to go hunt it down so you can be successful, so you can be in the positions that you want to be in.
Straight up, man. And something I like about, the message of y'all company, Elevated Understanding Group, is that y'all are actually forming action plans and doing something to educate the people. Because one of the things that annoys me is when I don't know something and I see somebody that knows it, and I'm like, yo, like, put me on game with them, and they like, I'll just Google it. And I'm like, come on, bro. Like, man, you got the wealth of the knowledge. Share it to the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, so y'all aren't go Google it type people. Y'all go out there and get it
The
done.
game is to be told, not sold. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I grew up on, Pimp C.
That's real rap, man. And you know, talking about Pimp C, we can go ahead and touch on music a little bit because it's a lot of different music going on, different sounds and all that. Eminem is still trying to do it. People are telling Lil Wayne he needs to put it up. What are y'all listening to right now? What do y'all think about the state of hip hop?
Hey, first of all, Lil Wayne last album went hard, okay? I had a lot of people disagree, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got an opinion, you know what I'm
I
saying?
knew this was coming. I knew this was coming.
That last album went hard. If you ain't like it, my fault, it's on you. You know what I'm saying?
So why you think people was hating on it? Like,
I don't know, man. It's just been a while. I've heard different opinions.
It's his hair, man. I think the power was in his hair.
When he came out that robot.
That Mad Singer, bro.
I think he lost a couple right there. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne, he was the robot in the Mad Singer. If you ain't seen it, now you know.
Why y'all be watching that show, fam?
I don't know.
Oh, man. Like because I feel like you watched it live. Like you didn't watch it on YouTube.
No, I came back to watch it because I wanted to hear if I heard him talking. Would I know it was Lil Wayne?
Did he perform Lollipop in the match?
No,
but what's crazy is like
another song.
He sounded like him though.
Bro, it was prostitute flying all day. That's exactly what it was. That was the song. I mean, what song he was singing, but that's
if it was 07 Wayne, I'd give you that. If he was coming out sounding like 07 Wayne, I'd give you that.
Yo, Carter 2 was my favorite Wayne. I think everything like after that got a little too commercial, too like popcorny, you know what I'm saying? And he just went hard on Carter 2. Like that's his locks were shorter, you know. So he.
You
was
mean like albums? Because the mixtape really started coming after
Mixtape
Carter 2, and that was.
Drought is over.
Like No Ceilings. That was kind of popcorny to me.
What was the one we was in high school? The drought 2 or the drought is over. It was one of those.
Prefix, suffix.
Yeah. I don't know, man. When them mixtapes start coming, Wayne took over the world.
Yeah, man. So who y'all think he made the mixtape culture popular, bro. Like he took off with dropping out mixtapes like it was nothing.
Oh yeah. And he had some material. He had some material. A
Look,
lot of music.
If I hear Ice Cream Paint Job right now and you play the Dero version, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be mad. Like Young Money, syrup in a big shot. He stole his song.
He killed it.
That's real rap,
I think, but like for me, I know I got different tastes than these do. I'm listening to Lil Baby right now.
Yeah.
I'm listening to Roddy Ricch right now. I'm listening to Rod Wave right now.
So you keeping up with like the times, basically, like the newer, younger artists.
Man, it's really I like finding people that I can relate to, and then I don't know. I be into the sad emo rap. Like I was a fan of Juice WRLD last album. Yeah, Fam was going through some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, I could relate to that Lucid Dream song. Like
man, he gonna tell you his whole that Death Race to Love album. I was like, oh man, dude, that made me cry. Somebody send Fam some help. You know what I mean? And I even tried to put him on a song. They got a dude that's out and he's black and he sitting there with a ski mask and guns on, but he's singing country music. But the lyrics is all trap lyrics.
Yeah. Who is this?
Dude named RMR, Rumor or whatever like that. I'm gonna have to put you on the video because it's a trip.
The video gonna confuse you. Like when
the video don't match the song at all.
You hear it, they do not go together at all.
But
the song it seemed like a good song, man. It really did.
Have y'all seen the video of that Heist in the Room with Travis Scott? That was a wild video.
Travis
didn't match.
I watched that.
Like he was blowing icicles out his mouth, and the girl was turning into a genie. Like I don't know, it was wild.
I'll still listen to the Astro World Travis Scott album. I got my Astro World T-shirt in the car right now. I mean, we actually, we were inspired by what he was doing, and we got the Elevated, we got the astronaut man, and so with him having the Astro World, I mean, he actually inspired one of the designs with his last album.
That's what's up, man. And so Elevated Understanding Group, y'all are, locally based in the DFW area.
Correct.
So have y'all seen, your work or your merchandise or your message in any other states, countries, or anything around the world?
California. I've seen it in Cali right now.
Louisiana.
Yeah, definitely Louisiana.
North Carolina,
got a big base
South
there.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Man.
So right now, I mean, it's really about Oklahoma. Shout out to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
It's just we just really trying to reach out to everybody and get the message out there and get the word out there. So that's where it comes from, being consistent and having a really high quality product in what we do. And I mean, this the creative radio. He obsesses over that stuff, and I'm proud of him for it. You know what I mean? Because that's gonna keep our quality high. That's gonna keep us elevated.
Heck yeah, man. And you know, since South by Southwest is canceled due to the coronavirus, I was gonna say, man, that'd be a cool event to go out there. You know what I'm saying? Spread the merchandise and the message and everything like that. Y'all got the gun class this weekend. What day, time, and location is it again?
So you can find it on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, and we'll post a flyer on there. It will be at 2:00 in Arlington, Texas. So reach out to us. You can also sign up at www.elevatedugroup.com.
Yeah, that's
just the letter U.
Right.
Just the letter U.
Yeah. Okay, I can dig it, man. I want to go ahead and give a couple shout-outs right now. People that are logged on to the video live. We're going to shout out Andrea Atkins out of Las Vegas.
Shout out.
Big ups to Matthew Berger, Desiree Dixon. That name sounds familiar.
Yeah. I love you.
What's up, Desi?
Yeah.
What's up, Big Matt?
We got Queen Sylvie on the live, man. Just tapped in. Tony Martinez.
What's up, Queen?
Miss Gina Lacey, what's going on? Nick Womack, we got Amy.
Hey, what's up?
Nick?
Brandon Carter, what's going on, big dog? Brandon Carter.
What up, Brandon?
Big B.
DC, the homeboy Derek Clark. We got Mel Cam God Mason. Y'all should
What's
definitely
up, Cam God?
get in touch with Cam
God.
God.
Checked out Cam God's
Cam God killed it.
I mean, I feel like we know each other through osmosis. Like I know so many people that know him be around. It's crazy. Me and him ain't never linked up yet.
Yeah, man, for real. And I think it's dope, Lo. Like, I'm one of them people. I always look at it like from both sides. Like, it's awesome that I see the influx of us, you know, black business owners and entrepreneurs flourishing and growing. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, I was hearing the radio the other day, and they were like, yeah, man, it's the first African American so and so. And I'm like, dang, it's 2020, but we still are reaching first African American this, first black person this. Like, yo, like. It's kind of sad, but then it's kind of cool that we are coming around. So that's what's up, man. Back to the shout-outs. We got Zamina Cooper.
Shout out.
Didi Ingram. Shout out to Didi Ingram. He said, I'm not going to be worried until they come out with the malt liquor virus. So he a malt liquor fan.
Hey, keep drinking them Coronas.
I dig that. We got Claude Freight Train. What's going on?
What's
big
up,
dog?
Claude?
Shout out to the boy James, Unique. Ernest, that's the Black Batman out there. Y'all should definitely link up with him too. You know, I don't know if y'all seen
Black Batman.
The Black Batman,
like Bruce Wayne.
He's the dude that be like at all the protests and everything, like the Botham John events and everything like that.
Oh, facts, yeah.
He's the big black guy with the bat. You know what I'm saying? Protesting and everything.
Oh no, that's my type of dude right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to Tony Guado on the Facebook Live, man.
What up, Tony?
What up, Tony?
The homegirl Shay and the big homie Rhino. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. If you're on the Facebook Live, if you want to check us out on the stream, go to fbrn.us. Streaming live every Thursday at 3 p.m. Central right here at Fishbowl Radio Network, located inside Globe Life Park, man. Have y'all ever been up here before than here? Or is this y'all first time coming?
This is my first time on the sweets part. Like you got, like to see a black man having his radio show and you got a white man downstairs ringing us up to the elevator.
Hey, you know,
bro, that's reverse white privilege. That you doing something with that one, fam.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, and it's funny that you brought that up because they host events here, you know, games and concerts and everything, and we have this balcony access. And I'm not gonna lie, I revel and I flourish sitting on that balcony and seeing all those bitter white people walking past. Like, how is that boy up there? That's sweet, you know.
What's he doing with your dreadlocks?
Like, how did he get that access?
So how many times they called the police on you to get
out? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. It was one time I did step out there. It was a guy from another balcony across the way, and he was like, "Hey, do you know anybody over there?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm the man over here."
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
My balcony, punk.
And he actually came, he walked back in his suite, came over here and walked in and everything and introduced himself. I guess he didn't believe me, you know. He had to see the badge in person and all that. Right. But you know, speaking of that, I always like to, you know, bring this up.
Look, you ever met Jerry Jones over here?
Nah, haven't met Jerry yet. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want to meet Jerry Jones right now, man. I got some choice words for him. Like, you let that man keep his job for 10 years. 10 years.
Hey, man, I tell you one thing.
Like,
Jerry Jones is loyal.
Man, when I got hired at my job, they gave me 90 days to work it out. You know what I'm saying? You don't get 10 years to mess up.
Yeah, but nepotism is a real thing in other communities.
Man, he was too ingrained into that family. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do like to be, you know, socially conscious and everything. And us being in the Deep South, there's been a lot of back and forth and a lot of issues going on involving racism. So y'all being some young black brothers, man, have y'all experienced racism and what's y'all take on it? A lot of people say it's decreasing, but then a lot of people say it's increasing. What do y'all think? Racism in America.
All right, so
I've been waiting.
Racism has always been an issue in our country. You know what I'm saying? Like we forget that Jim Crow was barely 70 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not even. Those are our grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Like our grandparents
like first
were young. Yeah, exactly. So we're barely getting out of that stream. But I think the key is that we just have to continue to get to know each other. Don't block people off. Be willing to accept new people. I work with a lot of different racism people, and we can get along. You know what I'm saying? Now, what they think about me when I'm not there, I have no clue. All I can do is be the best person I can be everywhere I go. Always voice my opinion. You disagreed, and we just move on and continue to grow.
Oh, yeah.
But, it's always going to be something that's in our country, but I think we can move past it as we continue to learn each other and work with different people.
Man, and especially you being a teacher in the education field, what grade do you teach?
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade, man.
Sixth grade. And science, Texas history, and reading.
And that's something I wanted to emphasize because, a lot of people think that, you're born racist, but it's like a learned thing. So you working with these young kids, have you seen any kids who you're like, your parents might not like black people,
Well, to be honest, at my school, we're predominantly Hispanic, black, with a few Caucasian kids, sprinkled in.
Shout out to McClung. Shout out to the east side of Fort Worth.
McClung Middle School, east side of Fort Worth. So for us, it's mostly Hispanic and black. And really, we were in high school, we had like a big Mexican versus black people brawl, and that was a big thing for us when we were in high school.
I remember that.
You remember that? So I kind of expected that to be an issue when I got to the east side at G. McClung, but it was not like that at all.
It was a Mexican chick threw a trash can over the comments and hit a black chick, and that was it, yo.
See,
that's all it took to start fighting over race. See,
and that's what I'm saying. I'm from Fort Worth, and so when they called me and told me this was going on, I'm like, nah, fam, us in the essays is cool. No, we together. But I mean, I think racism altogether is like you said, it's a learned thing, it's a cultural thing, and I mean, it's not. You shouldn't discriminate against people, but at the same time, every culture got a little bit of racism to them. Because I'm telling you right now, if we go to the barbecue and the white girl walk in with the potato salad, I'm not eating it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry. Don't come in here with that mayonnaise potato salad.
You better
with
eat
the
them raisins.
The raisins. Nah, I'm not with that. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I believe it, man. Yeah, I've actually seen there was a poll and that they took at some university, and they said that right now, black people are the most racist group right now.
False.
More than Asians,
False.
Hispanics,
they lying
white
to you.
people.
That can't be possible.
That's what I'm saying, because it was
propaganda.
Like a majority white university, and they like to put out them articles or them fake news things to
fake news.
try and balance it out. Yeah, man.
They didn't go to the union and ask the black people for real.
Racism is systematic. It is a system that was created to hold a specific group of people down before all of us got here. And it's our job to work past that system because we're people with our own brains. So you make the decision to do what you want to do, but if you decide to be racist, then the repercussions that follow, you deserve them.
And that's why it's important to elevate. That's why it's important to elevate your understanding.
Yep. www.elevatedugroup.com.
Heck yeah, man. What was you going to say, Big Dog?
So it's our job to transcend that, to, like you said, elevate past the idea that racism can hold us back any longer. Yes, in 2020, there are times where you're going to hit a block because somebody doesn't like you because of the color of your skin. But if you're creating for yourself, if you're finding your own ways, if you're finding your own avenues, that won't be a problem. Will nobody be able to block you or tell you, oh, no, we ain't going to give you this promotion if you own the building, if you own the company. Yeah. And that's what we're shooting for. That's what we're trying to get people to understand. Ownership is the key.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. And with this election coming around, one of the big words they like to throw around to woo us black people is reparations. What is y'all take on reparations? We gonna get it? Do y'all want it? Do y'all think we deserve it? Like,
I definitely take 40 acres. I'll take 40 acres and a mule right now.
But look, I want 40 acres and a mule with inflation. I don't want the. I want the inflation. I want
100 acres. Two goats. Two goats.
Nah, give me 2 pigs. I'm about to eat that bacon for sure. I need that. Yeah, I mean, we know this is never gonna happen. It will never happen. It's just never gonna happen. It's not even a real idea. I'm not even looking for it. I mean, if y'all want to go and give it to us, fine, cool, whatever. And I invested back into the group, and I invested back into my community, so we can have some ownership. But that would be them. That would be giving the rabbit the gun. You know what I mean? Like, finances is power. Knowledge is power.
Want that right now.
They don't want that for us. If they, I'm telling you, if they do, we gonna as a people, we gonna take. We're gonna invest back in ourselves. Yeah. We like to make jokes that Cadillac would be the #1 selling car if they gave black people reparations, and it might, but then we also might buy a Cadillac.
Yeah, that's real, man. And what you saying your candidate? What you saying your candidate's dropped out now? You know, in the election about to kick off and everything, man. Who do y'all want to see win it? And do y'all think Trump gonna get that second term?
Man, it got dark in here. Quickly.
Keep it straightforward.
Keep it straightforward with Strip.
Gotta keep it straight.
You know, I don't think any of us would like to see him continue, but do we think that they will get rid of him right now during the crisis? It seems unlikely. You know, it's not like, you know, they don't want him to continue to do what he's doing. So I don't think he'll lose, but it is our job to get out and vote. Voting is powerful. So get out and make sure your opinion is heard, and get out and make sure that you do vote. Yeah. So it's up to us, man. It's up to the country. We can work together to change it, and I hope we do get rid of him. But it don't look too good right now, guys.
Right now.
And I think like when it comes to voting in politics, for me, I tend to more focus on some of the local elections and the local things, just because those are the things that impact me on a day-to-day life. You know, I come from the city of Fort Worth, and so the council member that had the district on the southeast side off of Berry, what they were able to do with the whole Berry Hill section of Fort Worth, and they built a Walmart, they built a whole shopping center, and I mean, just growing up and going up, this is Berry Hill, yo. This is like trap houses. This is like, I mean, it's trap houses across the street. Like,
and you can see the progress.
But you see the progress. They went through Cobb Park and revitalized Cobb Park. Yeah. And that councilwoman, she actually worked like so hard to get funds and stuff in that black neighborhood, in that black community. Yeah. And so that's why, for me, it's more focusing on the people that are local that can make real impact, that's going to impact our children and their future, you know, because everybody wants to, you know, be in a good neighborhood, you know, be safe, you know, have resources around you, and also, you know, be able to look out for your kids and somewhere they can grow up and prosper.
Yeah, that's real rap, man. And I want to give a quick shout out to Miss Maria Ingram. She tapped in on the Facebook Live. She said, you can buy stock in Cadillac.
Yeah,
that would be a smart.
Yeah,
that would be a smart buy, man.
Message.
We're in the studio right now with Elevated Understanding Group, the men who created the company and who are running it right now. Before we get out of here, man, do y'all have some parting words or something that you want the listener to take away from the group, the message, Elevated Understanding Group?
So our main purpose is for y'all to understand that we're doing this as a family. That family is a pivotal thing for what we're crafting and the direction that we're going. The Elevated Understanding Group is moving in a direction to build and create a safe environment for people to grow, create, not to necessarily jump off the bridge and leave your 9 to 5, but learn how to manage your money to create for yourself. So years down the line, you have a pipeline and a plan to not just create for yourself, but to create for your family. We started this with the idea that our kids will never have to work for anybody else. Yeah. We want to be able to, my 11-year-old daughter, okay, well, you got a job at 11-year-old, and at 16 years old, and at 16 years old, you've been a manager, you've been a creative director, you've been a CEO, so that's your minimum standard now. Yeah. You know what I mean? So for us, it's educating the community, growth in our environments and the people around us, and to teach people financial literacy, and that anything that they dream of doing, it's possible. It can be done.
Yeah, that's real rap, man. I can dig it. I can dig that, yo. And Big Dog Nick, man.
Shout out to everybody who's tuning in, who's gonna see this, who's been supporting us over these past couple of years. I mean, we couldn't do any of this without you guys, and just happy to be doing this with my family. Do not forget, faith plus knowledge equals elevated.
Nice.
Big facts.
And Big Dog Andrew.
All right, guys, so all we want you to understand is please check out the website, www.elevatedu, that's the letter, group.com. Also, gain knowledge, guys. Pick up a book, read a book. Find some way that you can gain knowledge and share that with the people in your community. That way we continue to grow and grow and grow. Desiree Dixon, I love you.
And also, for the open mic, any artists that want to perform at the open mic, that have an interest in the open mic, or just trying to find out, schematics and everything for the open mic, artists, hit up Big Nick at Big Nick 817 on Instagram. For vendors, any vendors that decide that they want to be a part of the event or a part of future events, please hit up our executive event coordinator, Miss Victoria Dixon. She is It's Just Victoria with 3 A's, 5 A's on Instagram. So it's Just Victoria, 5 A's on Instagram. And that'll get you in contact with the right people to either perform at the event or vend and try, push merchandise and, let people see you become more public at these events.
And one more thing, I shouldn't be saying this, is exclusive. Just as we here live, going straight with Strip, Women's Summer Line is coming this summer. Women's Summer Line coming this summer.
Ooh, we're going to have them elevated understanding sundresses.
The tanks, we doing the shorts. Yeah. And
I was over here being nasty. He talking about tank tops and stuff.
I said shorts. How short do y'all want the shorts, lady? I want to hear from y'all because we're doing the photo shooting stuff coming up soon. So if you want to be a part of it, we're giving people opportunity. Definitely hit us up either at the website, www.elevatedugroup.com, or you can also hit me up on Instagram, BigNick817 on Instagram, and reach out to me, and we'll try and give everybody an opportunity that we can because we're growing and we want to grow with everybody else. We want to help people out.
Yeah. I love it, man. You heard it here, right here on Straightforward with Strip, going live every Thursday at 3 p.m. Central on Fishbowl Radio Network at fbrn.us. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, like the video, leave your comments. I appreciate y'all coming through. That's Elevated Understanding Group. And like always, I'll be back next week.
Finish rolling my strong. I was just venting, this one ain't supposed to be a song. But I remember being up all night long, listening to my stomach, inside is a storm. Tell me what's wrong with one end to be on. Tell you the truth, boy, you can't wrong where I wrong. Now how you ever seen a body leave its soul? A couple feet outside your me though, ayy. No lights on, I'm running part of where I'm living. Hungry all night long, but ain't no food up in the candlelight song, but ain't no soul to wash your dishes, man. Hey, but that's just how we living. No lights on, I'm running harder where I'm living. Hungry all night long, but ain't no food up in the kitchen. Candlelight song, but ain't no soul to wash your dishes, man. Hey, but that's just how we living. When you make it out the struggle, is you still gonna make struggle music? Is you gonna make it out the struggle? Young, is you gonna issue? Is you really, really about the issue? Is you really about to work, or do you put your faith in them crystals? In religious figures, that put my face on my pistol. No part punch rule gon' rip ya. They knew you gon' need new skin tissue. Yeah, hold up, baby, I'm just tripping. you really on a mission? Baby, I'm get